Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 25 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. So many legends in this game wore the winged helmet or the golden dome, and they'll try to live up to that rich heritage in this one.
Two of the winningest programs in college football, obviously going at it for big-time bragging rights.
Lots of national championships, lots of Heisman trophies shared between these two programs, and some of the best fans in all of college football as well.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keeps the legs moving. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is a little bit of a gutsy play call. You know, down on the goal line where you're trying to keep everything north-south, downhill. To get the ball quick to a speed guy on the perimeter, it's a little bit more difficult, but they almost got the touchdown. Now it's the next play, next decision. A good job, good positive play.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Michigan's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on first, second, and third down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that can hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Banks. And the quarterback is snowed under.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Coming after him. Got out of trouble and throws. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
In this rivalry, you could just about write the history of the game. Rockne and Fielding Yost, Schembechler and Holtz, the Rocket and Desmond Howard. So many great moments. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Irish send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's got great speed. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
Running toward the tape. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Dropping back, it's Banks. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. Takes the handoff. It's Sims. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And right down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's...
Oh, look out. There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Wide receiver shows motion. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that is how you stop the jet sweep if you're on defense. You get penetration up front. Yeah, they're going to try to outflank you, but they can't do anything about it if you got dudes up front winning one-on-one.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking for an open area to his left. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left and wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Snags it! And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Give him 6. Touchdown, Irish! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety.
Return brings it out to the 35.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Snags it over the middle. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back on the move. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The head coach told us he was going to be aggressive. He has a lot of confidence in his running game, and he showed it there on that 4th and 2.
And I like that mentality. That's the mentality I'm going to develop with my team. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to go get things.
Tipped at the line, and it's intercepted. The 50. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last run of the half. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be knocked down. The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Garrison. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Banks. Trying to get to it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're trying to get to it. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll try the left side. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Garrison. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional showdown between the Fighting Irish and the Maize and Blue. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the 2nd half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little 2nd half running the football ball right of this move.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the 2nd half so that they can win this game.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get down in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Makes the grab down the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Banks. Quickly to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. It's a great job by the offense.
Give to the back. And the Wolverines get the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
One back in the backfield. He gets to carry.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. It's reverse. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to get 1 down to the 15. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he is brought down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Banks. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Wolverines are on the move. They'll leave it with the lone back. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Caught over the middle. It's Presley. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And that pass intercepted. Inside the 40. Past the 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Banks. Feeling some heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Got it set up on the outside. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Garrison. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the ground with the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, 2nd and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. 3rd and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run, and it can take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
Lets it fly on the move. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
First down on the offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unloads to the right. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back to throw, it's Banks. He caught it! Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Goes to the option. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Defense going all in to stop the run. They're trying to slam it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one way too far.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
And you used to see the jet sweep as a play that I'm going to get outside and get big gains. Now it's so tough. Do you want to stack it in the middle? Fine. We'll run it outside. Get the first down. Really tough to stop.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. post-game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival.
And he's got it inside the 35. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire. Who steps up and makes the big-time play?
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
He's going to run it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You've got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case,